There's another simple job to do, changing your oil filter. 2 bolts holding the cover on. A little bit awkward for me because I've got the camera on a tripod, so I can't get underneath and get the leverage that I wanted, but I'd do it. It's not hard. I've got some lights with those magnetic magnets on the back, the LEDs, put them up on the chassis so you can get some good light in there. It's not an hard job. Bit messy. Make sure you've got a tray underneath and a bucket to catch the drips of oil. You don't want that going all over your driveway or wherever you're working. Undo the bolts a little bit, give it a tap round because you want to break the seal with the cover and the O-ring so it starts to drip out. If you can get these pipes out of the way and these wires, you know, do so. But I didn't make much of a mess. I got a few drips on them. I'll wipe them down. Then you just give it a tap. I left it dripping for a bit. Edited it, you know. I did this for about 20 minutes. You see, I just cut it a little bit. Then I undo the nuts a little bit, then do it again. Just keep getting the drips. Otherwise, if you just took it straight off, it'd just gush all out over the floor. You don't want that. It's not a race, just take your time. Go in and have a cup of tea, chill out for a bit, come back. I'd already pressure washed all my chassis down and cleaned everything, so it was all clean up here. I started to repaint the chassis. As you can see, it makes it better with the light. Underneath this bucket is like a big square tray as well, to catch any drips. You always spill something. I got the new replacement filter, I got it off Autodoc. Yeah, you can get it from Mercedes. But I find Autodoc quite good. Not had any issues with any of the parts, apart from some shock absorbers I got. Thought they were shit. But this filter and the O-rings that come with it were fine, no issues, went straight back on. Like for like. Take the old one off, clean everything up, make sure all the faces, the mating faces where the seals go, all nice, clean and dry. You'll see me take this off now. You won't see me clean the inside of the housing. But when I put it back on, you'll see that it's all wiped down and clean. Give everything a good cleaning when you take it off. Took this cover off, and there's a long shaft inside with 2 seals at the other end. Give all that a good cleaning and a tub of petrol. Made sure where the big O-ring goes on the actual cover. Cleaned all that up with a wire brush, which you'll see in a bit. On the end of this filter here, there's like a clip. You'll see me get hold of it now at the bottom. It allows you to pull the filter out. It's like spring loaded. There it is. Doesn't do you any harm to change this every 12 months. I'll do this every January, like clockwork. Not miss it. Change your oil filter, change your fuel filter. You don't have to do that. You can go with what the manual says and just change it when it tells you to do that. But this only cost about £9, this filter. Yeah, you can go and get it from Mercedes. I don't know what their price is, but there's no issues with the Autodoc one that I put on. Just change them. I've watched loads of videos of what other people on their vehicles, and they're a right mess underneath. People just neglect the underneath of the vehicles. They really do. Okay, we're inside now. Sorry about the workshop, looking a bit of a mess. Here's what it is. Yeah, wire brush, got this in the petrol tank. Big tub I've got outside. Cleaned it all up, let it dry out. Wire brush where the big new seal goes. You've got to make sure it's all clean and tidy. Now I get hold of the airline, blow all the crap off, all the dust and stuff. Make sure you blow the crap off the ends as well, where the two little seals go. The Autodoc one comes with a packet with the three little O-rings in. You've got a big O-ring, two small ones for the shaft, and two copper washers. That one's already fitted, that seal there, so you don't have to touch that one. Yeah, there's the packet with the big O-ring. Some people put some oil or Vaseline on these rubbers before they put them on. I don't see an issue with this, I just put it straight back on. Never had any problems in the past. I always check under my vehicles for leaks and stuff. This seal's now been on for what, 8 months? Bone dry, no issues. No drips, no leaks. There's your two little rings and two copper washers. I thought I caught this on camera while I pushed these two O-rings on, but obviously I didn't, and I wasn't going to do it again, take it off just to do this little part again, so you can see me doing it, but yeah, there's one on, there's the other one rolling down, two little cutouts on the shaft, all done. And that's that part done. And that's all ready to go back on. That's it. Now, hard about it, simple job, as I always say. I know people get a bit daunted about, oh, I can't do this, but it's simple. See, look, see, it's all been cleaned now, the housing inside. Make sure you push it up so it slots in nice and straight at the top. You'll know when it's right because it'll just push over the bolts that are coming out from the housing. It'll slot on. I don't get it quite right here at first, and I pull it back out again and then push it back in. Bit awkward with this camera on a tripod. I mean, you'll be underneath on your back, probably a better position than I am. I'm stretching in from the side. Yeah, now just that's it, that's in. I'll just tighten the bolts up. You can put the copper washers on if you want. I just put the old bolts on and put a tiny little bit of Loctite on them. When I take these off, you're not going to put a massive blowtorch on these to get these nuts undone with a bit of Loctite off. I have a tiny little propane torch, very small flame. Just heat them nuts up, soften the Loctite to get them off again. No issues. Always done it this way, always will. Simple job, guys. You should just get it done. I know I've seen on Facebook you get a lot of people who really don't do much underneath the vehicles. This has gone wrong and that's gone wrong. Get underneath, do all these little jobs. Do you really want to be mauling around with this? Dripping. As you're driving, it spreads all the oil all over and underneath your chassis. Get it sorted, get it done. Get it all cleaned off, get the jobs done. Preventative maintenance is always better than waiting for something to go on you. Then you'll know it's done and you think, fine. Like I said, I'll change this again next January. I think it costs about £9, 10 quid, something like that, off Autodoc. I'll post a link, like I said, and the picture of the one I bought. it says you can torque this up, but you know, it's an aluminium case, so don't get carried away. Just tighten it up till it bites. Don't be doing it too hard and knackering the threads up in the casing, otherwise a load of bleeding arsing about with that. You don't want that. Just nip it up till you're happy. Yeah, a little bit more, and then I think I'm done. And that's it. How simple was that? It's not hard to do. Give everything a wipe down. Make sure it's always dry and clean. Saves you a lot of hassle later on. You think, where's all this oil coming from? Where's this? Where's that? Simple job, guys. Just get it done. It's not hard. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you next time.